So apparently nobody wants to live inside one of the most prestigious communities in Texas. Nobody wants a modern luxury home sitting on over an acre. And apparently nobody wants the opportunity to build a brand new luxury home inside the Dominion. I mean, that just sounds absolutely terrible, right? But in all seriousness, today we're touring 3 completely different luxury lifestyles in San Antonio. A timeless entertainer's dream, a modern architectural masterpiece, and a brand new luxury home you can still personalize. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what your money buys in luxury San Antonio real estate. Hey everyone, my name is Jose Buentello. I'm a luxury relocation advisor here with the agency in San Antonio, Texas. My team and I help families relocate to San Antonio from all over the United States and around the world. So if you're making that move in 9 days, 9 weeks, or 9 months, this channel is built for you. So before we get started, like, comment where you are moving from, and subscribe. Every Sunday at 12 p.m. I release a new luxury relocation tour in English and another completely in Spanish. All right, let's stop talking and let's go look at some luxury real estate. Our first stop is going to be 20 Arnold Palmer, and this is located inside one of the most recognizable luxury communities in all of Texas. And honestly, if you told me, Jose, I want a home that's elegant, I want a home that's timeless, and I want a home built for entertaining, this one would probably want to be one of the first homes that I'd show you, because the moment you pull up, you'll immediately notice something. This home is not trying to prove that it's luxurious. It already knows it is. It's built by respected custom builder Art Burdick, and this home offers approximately 3,827 square feet. It's a 4-bed, 3.5 bath, a dedicated office, a media room, a game room, and one of my favorite backyards I've toured in quite some time. Immediately, the curb appeal feels established. There's mature oak trees, the traditional architecture, the oversized driveway. Nothing really feels trendy. Everything feels timeless. And honestly, that's one of the reasons I think homes like this continue to age so well. Now, let's head inside. The moment you walk through the front door, you noticed the scale, the ceilings, the natural light, and more importantly, you notice how comfortable the home feels. Because one thing I've learned about you guys as luxury buyers, you just don't want impressive, you want livable as well. And this home strikes that balance beautifully. Near the front of the home, you'll find a dedicated office. It's really perfect for executives, business owners, people that work remote, or honestly, anyone who just occasionally needs a break from the rest of the family, am I right? As we continue through the home, everything begins to really open up, and we arrive at what I believe is the true heart of this property, the kitchen. Now, if you enjoy entertaining, you're going to appreciate this space, truly. Large center island, custom cabinetry, premium appliances, generous counter space, and open sight lines throughout the home. This isn't a kitchen designed to look pretty, it really is designed to be used. And I think that's one of the reasons this home works so well. As we continue through the property, you'll notice something that many of you guys as luxury buyers specifically ask for, and it's separation. Separate spaces for adults and separate spaces for children. Separate spaces for entertaining. So there's the media room, the game room, the multiple living areas. Everything really does have a purpose and nothing feels wasted. Now, let's head outside, because honestly, this is my favorite part of the entire property. A resort style pool, a spa, outdoor kitchen, covered patio, and mature landscaping that creates an incredible amount of privacy. You feel like you're just at your own retreat. This really simply isn't a backyard. It's an absolute experience. This is where the birthdays happen, the graduation parties, the football Sundays, the family gatherings, and memories you'll remember for decades to come. And honestly, I think that's what luxury should feel like at times. Not flashy, not overdone, just comfortable, timeless, and built around the people you love. Now, if it were my money and I wanted timeless luxury inside one of the most prestigious communities in Texas, I would absolutely consider this home. The mature landscaping, the entertaining spaces, the established neighborhood, the outdoor living, those are things that become increasingly difficult to recreate. But now, let's talk about the real reasons people spend over $1 million to live in the Dominion, because the house really is only part of the story. The lifestyle, well, that's the other half. So let's talk about the lifestyle. The lifestyle is what people actually remember, and that's exactly why buyers continue choosing the Dominion after all these years. It's located in Northwest San Antonio near I-10 and Loop 1604. The Dominion has become one of the most recognizable luxury addresses in all of Texas. And honestly, once you spend a little time here, you really do begin to understand why. It's one of the biggest advantages of living in the Dominion is the convenience. You're approximately 10 minutes from the shops at La Cantera, 10 minutes from the Rim, 15 minutes from UTSA, Go Runners, 20 minutes from the airport, and about 25 minutes from downtown San Antonio. But here's really what's interesting. Even though you're close to everything, it never really feels like you're living in the middle of the city. It feels private, quiet, it's very established, and for many of you higher end buyers, that's exactly the balance that you guys are looking for. Now, here's something that many people don't know. The Dominion wasn't designed to be just another luxury neighborhood, because you can, certainly be in that. The vision from the beginning was to create one of the premier private communities in Texas, and it really has done that. It's a destination centered around luxury homes, championship golf, privacy, security, and lifestyle. And over the years, it has attracted everyone from CEOs, business owners, medical professionals, professional athletes like Manu Ginobili live in there. You can see him riding his bike from time to time, and really relocation buyers from all over the country. Even today, if you mention the Dominion anywhere in San Antonio, people immediately know exactly what you're talking about. That's really something you can't manufacture, right? It's a reputation that's really been built over decades. Now, here's a little insider tip I just give every client considering the Dominion. Don't visit once, visit twice. Come back during the middle of the afternoon, then come back again around the sunset. Roll the windows down, drive slowly. Notice the mature oak trees, the winding roads, the elevation changes. Listen to how quiet it is. There's multiple neighborhoods inside the Dominion, so reach out. Plus, you need someone to get you in there, so let me know. Because luxury really isn't always measured by square footage. Sometimes it's just measured by how the place makes you feel. And honestly, that's one of those things that the Dominion does better than almost anywhere else in San Antonio. Now, let's talk a little bit about the schools. One of the biggest questions I receive from just families relocating is, Jose, what are the schools like? Well, homes in this area are generally zoned to Leon Springs Elementary, Rawlinson Middle School, and Clark's High School, all very top-notch schools. You can go to greatschools.org and see that for yourself. And I always tell my clients the same thing. School ratings are a great starting point, but they're not the final answer, right? Visit the schools, talk to the parents, drive the neighborhoods, meet the administrators, because finding the right school fit is every bit as important as finding the right home. And that's especially true when you're relocating from another state or another country. So who is the Dominion perfect for? I really do think it's perfect for the executives, the business owners, the medical professionals, the golf enthusiasts, the luxury relocation buyers, and people that are really the families that are looking for privacy, and people who really do appreciate the timeless luxury. And let's talk about who should avoid it. Because if you're looking for walkability, a lock and leave lifestyle, ultra modern architecture, or minimal maintenance, might not be the perfect fit. Now, there are places where you could find in the Dominion. Might not be able to find in the Dominion, but our next stop couldn't be more different. No golf course, no country club, no traditional architecture. Instead, we're heading somewhere with walls of glass, modern design, more land, more privacy, and a completely different definition of luxury. Right now, we're gonna head into Summerglen. This is where we completely change the definition of luxury. Now, let's see what that luxury looks and feels like, because one of the things I've learned after helping families relocate to San Antonio is that luxury doesn't mean the same thing to everyone. Some buyers do want guard-gated communities. Summerglen is guard-gated. The championship golf doesn't have it. The mature oak trees, it does. Timeless architecture, it does. other buyers, they just really want something completely different. They'll take the contemporary design, they'll take the walls of glass, the natural light, more privacy, a little bit more land, and a home that feels like it belongs on the cover of Architectural magazine. And if that sounds like you, our next stop might be exactly what you're looking for. Welcome to Summerglen. And this home stopped me in my tracks when I first saw it, because properties like this don't come to the market very often. Let's look at 25424 Fairway View. So let's get one thing out of the way immediately. This is not traditional luxury. This is modern luxury, and you notice it right away as you pull into the driveway. The clean architectural lines, the oversized windows, the contemporary design, and perhaps one of the biggest selling points of all, the fact that this home sits on approximately 1.5 acres. And in luxury real estate, one thing you can never create more of is land. So let's talk a little bit about the home. So this one was built in 2024. It's a custom residence. It's about 4,344 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, a dedicated exercise room, a private wine cellar, a built-in bar, and some of those most impressive natural light we've featured, or I've featured on this channel. So let's go inside, because this honestly is where the home really does begin to tell a story. The moment you walk through the front door, everything changes. The natural light takes over, the floor to ceiling windows, the open spaces, the clean lines, and a design philosophy that's completely different from what we just experienced in the Dominion with 20 Arnold Palmer. This home doesn't feel traditional, it really does feel intentional. Every angle, material, everything has a purpose. And honestly, that's what great architecture does. It really does make you feel something. Now, let's talk about the kitchen, because if you love entertaining, you are really going to appreciate this space. It's large waterfall island, designer finishes, premium appliances, custom cabinetry, and enough room to host just about any gathering you can absolutely imagine. One thing I really appreciate about this home is that the kitchen really does complement the architecture. It doesn't overpower it, and that's exactly how modern luxury should feel. Now let's talk about a few spaces that do truly separate this home from most luxury properties. A dedicated exercise room, a private wine cellar, that built-in bar. These really just aren't simply upgrades, they're lifestyle spaces. They're the kinds of rooms that change how you actually live inside the home, and that's what luxury should do. Now let's head to the primary suite, because honestly, this space feels more like a private resort than a bedroom. It's private, it's peaceful, it's filled with natural light, and positioned perfectly away from the rest of the home. The bathroom feels spa-inspired, the closet feels substantial, and the entire experience feels intentional. Not oversized, not excessive, just really thoughtfully designed. Now, let's head outside, because this actually be the biggest luxury feature of all. The space, over 1.5 acres, privacy, views, and room to breathe. For many people relocating from like California, Washington, Colorado, New York, or even internationally, one of the biggest surprises about Texas luxury is that you can still get land, and very much so. And honestly, that's becoming increasingly rare. Now, if it were my money and architecture mattered just as much as location, this honestly might be one of my favorite homes that we've toured today. I really do enjoy the contemporary design, the natural light. I just love homes that don't look like every other house on the street, and we've all been there. And I especially love the fact that this home sits on over more than an acre, because luxury isn't always about having the biggest house. Sometimes it's just simply having the right house. But now, let's answer the real question. Why are people choosing communities like Summerglen over the Dominion? Lifestyle is certainly something you should consider, because honestly, a beautiful house is one thing, but the question I really do ask frequently is, can you picture yourself living here? And that's exactly why communities like Summerglen have become increasingly popular. Summerglen isn't a country club community. It isn't centered around golf, and it isn't trying to compete with places like the Dominion. Instead, it really does offer something completely different. Privacy, space, architecture and really a true hill country lifestyle. It's located north of 1604, right near Blanco Road, and it gives you something that's becoming harder and harder to find in the upper echelon of real estate: land. And really, it's not just a little land, it's enough space to actually breathe. One of the biggest advantages of living here is that you really do feel removed from the city without actually being far away from it. You're approximately 10 minutes from Stone Oak, 15 minutes from the villages at Stone Oak, 20 minutes from the San Antonio International Airport, 20 to 25 minutes from La Cantera and the Rim and the shops, and about 30 minutes from downtown San Antonio. So while you're surrounded by privacy, you're really truly never isolated. And for many of you guys, that's exactly the balance that you're looking for. Now, here's something many people don't know. Communities like Summerglen have become increasingly popular among buyers from California, Arizona, Colorado, Washington, and really even internationally. And you might ask yourself why? Because many of those buyers are really accustomed to the modern architecture, the contemporary design, the large windows, the indoor-outdoor living, in homes that feel unique. In many ways, communities like Summerglen represent the future of luxury living in San Antonio. But here's a little insider tip. If you're considering visiting Summerglen, go in the evening, not because of the traffic, but not because of it, because of the light. As the sun begins to set, the mature trees, the rolling hills, and the natural stone, and the contemporary architecture really do all come alive. And it's one of those things that you've just got to experience firsthand. It's, you know, one of those neighborhoods that really does look beautiful in photos and it feels better in person. And honestly, that's difficult to accomplish. Let's talk about the schools, because again, everyone asks me, Jose, what are the schools like? Great question, because school fit matters, right? Summerglen homes are generally served by highly regarded schools in the North San Antonio area. And just like I tell my clients, don't rely solely on the ratings. Visit the schools, talk to parents, drive the neighborhoods, meet the administrators, because finding the right school environment is every bit as important as finding the right home. Now, one thing to remember, you could enroll your kids, if they're accepted, into Cornerstone Christian School. Great school if that's something that you would like. Now let's talk about who it's perfect for. Summerglen really is perfect for the ideal candidates, the executives, business owners, the remote workers, those, higher end relocation buyers. Architecture enthusiasts is a big one, and families that really do want more privacy. Buyers who really do appreciate modern design, who should avoid Summerglen. If you're looking for like a country club lifestyle, walkability, a highly social neighborhood environment, or that traditional luxury aesthetic, this really might not be the perfect fit, because again, Summerglen isn't trying to be traditional, it's really trying to be exceptional. And honestly, I think that's where it succeeds. Now, let's change the conversation one final time, because what if you don't want someone else's dream home? What if you want to build your own? So let's head back to the Dominion. Our final stop might be the most opportunistic and exciting opportunity of all of this, because after helping families relocate to San Antonio for years, I've really noticed something interesting. There's two types of you guys, higher end buyers. The first type says, well, show me the best luxury homes available today. The second type says, show me where I can build the home I've always dreamed about. And neither answer is wrong, guys. It really just simply depends on your lifestyle. If you've ever walked through a luxury home and thought, I love it, but I changed the kitchen. Or I wish the primary suite was bigger. Or I really wish I could choose my own finishes. Then our final stop today might actually be the most exciting for you guys, because we're heading back to the Dominion, and we're not gonna tour someone else's dream home, but to talk about building your own. Now we're at the Dominion and introducing Perry Homes. Like I said, this is one of the most exciting opportunities currently available in San Antonio. Now we are gonna go through the model home, but you can build on your own lot. For decades, the Dominion has been known for just custom luxury homes, right? The custom builders, established estates, mature landscaping, and the timeless architecture. But now, luxury buyers have something they've never really had before: the opportunity to build a brand new luxury home inside one of the most prestigious communities in Texas. And that's a pretty rare combination, because usually you're forced to choose: do you want the established luxury neighborhood, or do you want the brand new luxury home? Here you can actually have both, which is still so amazing to me. Now today, I want to walk you through one of my favorite floor plans currently being offered. It's Perry Homes. It's the 4994W. And honestly, this floor plan feels less like a house and more like a luxury estate. It's nearly 5,000 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms, a private home office, a just downstairs guest suite, a game room, an optional media room, a dry bar, a 3-car garage, and one of the most impressive staircases I've seen in a production luxury home in a long time. The moment you walk through the door, you understand exactly who this home was designed for: people who entertain, people who host, and people who want their home to make a statement. Immediately, your eyes are drawn upward. The dramatic curved staircase, the soaring ceilings, the natural light, the scale. This is one of those homes where guests walk through the front door, pause, and just simply say, wow. And honestly, that's exactly what luxury should feel like. Now, let's move into the main living space. This is where the floor plan really starts to make sense. This is the two-store family room. The walls of windows, the open sight lines, natural light, everything really does feel grand, but somehow it doesn't really feel overwhelming. And that's not easy to accomplish. One thing I really do appreciate about the floor plan is that every room has a purpose. Nothing really does feel wasted, excessive. Everything feels intentional. Now let's talk about the kitchen, because if you ask me, this is really where this luxury home either succeeds or it fails. Unfortunately, this one succeeds. There's a large center island, extensive cabinetry, walk-in pantry, and one feature I absolutely love is the butler's pantry. And if you've never had a butler's pantry before, trust me, once you do, you'll never want to live one without. Again, it's perfect for entertaining. It's perfect for the holidays. It's perfect for preparing meals while keeping the main kitchen clean. And honestly, it's one of those luxury features that completely changes how a family lives inside their home. Now let's go to the primary suite, because one thing Perry Homes does consistently well, it creates separation. This really does feel like an owner's just private retreat. It's peaceful, it's completely separate from the rest of the home, which is exactly what a lot of you clients are looking for. The bathroom feels spa-inspired, the closet feels enormous, and the entire experience feels like a retreat, just not simply another bedroom. And it's just smart design, and honestly, that's why I love this floor plan so much. Let's head outside, because in Texas, outdoor living matters. The covered patio, the outdoor entertaining spaces, rooms to relax, rooms to host, and room to create whatever lifestyle your family wants. Honestly, if it were my money and I were choosing, and I knew San Antonio was where we were going to be for the next 10, 15, 20 years, I'd really consider building, because there's something incredibly special about walking through a home and knowing every birthday, every Christmas, every Thanksgiving, every milestone, every memory starts with your family and not someone else's. And combining that experience with one of the most prestigious communities in Texas is something that's honestly very difficult to replicate. But now we've seen timeless luxury, we've seen architectural luxury, and we've seen the future of luxury. So the question really does become, if these homes were all the same price, which one would I actually choose? Well, let's compare them side by side. So let's put all three lifestyles, the luxury lifestyles, head to head. And honestly, I don't think there was a bad option today. There were simply three very different definitions of luxury lifestyle. So let's start with our first home, 20 Arnold Palmer, right? Located inside the Dominion, approximately 1.3 million, roughly 3,800 square feet, the 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, that resort style backyard, beautiful. The media room, the game room, and one of the most prestigious addresses in all of Texas. If I had to describe this home in one sentence, I'd call it timeless luxury. And this is the home for someone who values tradition, entertaining, that mature neighborhood, the country club living, and a home that will still feel elegant 20 years from now. Now let's talk about the property located in Summerglen. 25424 Fairway View, located in Summerglen, approximately 1.6 million, over 4,300 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, a wine cellar, the exercise room, the private bar, and over 1.5 acres of land. If I had to describe this in one sentence, I'd call it architectural luxury. And this is the home for someone who really does value design, privacy, natural light, contemporary architecture, and a home that genuinely feels unique. And finally, Perry Homes at the Dominion. This property is nearly 5,000 square feet. Again, you can build your own. This is just the one that we went through. 5 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms, game room, optional media room, that dedicated office, the guest suite, the 3-car garage, and the opportunity to personalize nearly every aspect of the home. If I had to call it in one sentence, just describe it, future luxury. This is the home for someone who really does value customization, new construction, family functionality, and creating a legacy home from day one. Now, let's have a little fun. If I were handing out awards today, here's where I'd land. Best value, 20 Arnold Palmer. I really do think this home delivers the strongest overall value, getting the established luxury community, a phenomenal backyard, multiple entertaining spaces, timeless architecture, and one of the most recognizable addresses in San Antonio. That's really difficult to ignore. Now, best architecture, I'm gonna go 25424 Fairway View. And honestly, this one really wasn't close. The clean lines, walls of glass, the natural light, the contemporary design. It's really the acreage. This home feels like something you'd expect to find in Scottsdale or Southern Arizona, but not necessarily in San Antonio. And I think that's what makes it so special. Now, best entertaining home, I'm gonna go 20 Arnold Palmer. The pool, the spa, the outdoor kitchen, the media room, the game room. This home was really built to bring people together. Look, let's go best privacy, right? 25424 Fairway View, 1.5 acres. Got a lot of space between your neighbors, quiet surroundings, super peaceful, you guys. And a level of privacy that's becoming increasingly difficult to find. Well, we're gonna go best family floor plan. I gotta go Perry Homes. The separation of spaces, the guest suite, the game room, the media room, the office, the layout simply just does work. And the best forever home, again, I'm gonna go the Perry Home, because you're not adapting your family to someone else's house. You're creating a home that's really specifically for your family. And honestly, that is so incredibly valuable. Now, everyone always asks me these questions. Jose, which one would you actually buy? This is one of the tougher decisions I've had to make on this channel, because if I wanted traditional luxury, country club living, mature landscaping, and a home built for entertaining, I'd have to go with 20 Arnold Palmer. If I wanted the architecture, the privacy, the land, and that home that genuinely just feels different, then I'd have to go 25424 Fairway View. But if I knew San Antonio was where my family planned to stay for the next 20 years, I'd build. I really would. I'd go the Perry Home route, because there's just something incredibly special about walking through a home and knowing every birthday, every Christmas, every Thanksgiving, every milestone, every memory starts with your family and not someone else's. And honestly, that's really hard to put a price on. But here's the real question. The question isn't which home is best. The question is which lifestyle fits your family, because ultimately that's really what this luxury relocation is all about. And before we wrap up, there's a few things I think every one of you guys watching the channel should know before making a decision like this. Because, you know, we've been helping families relocate to San Antonio for years, and I've just learned something important, that this lifestyle, our luxury lifestyle, it's just not a one size fits all. And honestly, that's really one of the reasons I love, you know, helping people relocate here. Because in San Antonio, you can have the country club luxury, the modern architectural luxury, the hill country luxury, or brand new luxury. All of them sometimes can exist within 20 to 30 minutes of each other, and I think that is pretty remarkable. Here's what I think you'll love when you're considering relocating to this part of San Antonio. First, it really is the variety. You don't have to settle for one definition of luxury, right? You can choose the golf course living, larger estate lots, the contemporary architecture, or the brand new construction. And that's something many luxury markets around the country simply don't offer. They really don't. I have got a lot of colleagues all over the country and the globe. It's hard to find stuff like this. Secondly, this is the location. Whether in your Dominion, Summerglen, or building a brand new luxury home elsewhere, you're really still close to La Cantera, the Rim, the airport, medical facilities, fine dining, luxury shopping, and some of the best entertainment San Antonio has to offer, which again is incredibly remarkable. And third is the lifestyle. Luxury living in Texas just feels different. It's a lot more relaxed, more private, more family oriented. You can still have the space, the privacy, the luxury finishes, and room for your family to actually live. And for many of you guys, you know, coming from California, the New Yorks, the Washingtons, the Floridas, or from Mexico, internationally, wherever, it really is one of the biggest reasons people fall in love with Texas. And finally, the long-term appeal. Communities like the Dominion and Summerglen and luxury Northwest San Antonio neighborhoods have, I mean, for decades remained highly, highly, highly desirable. And while I can't predict the future, I just know history does repeat itself. Strong locations tend to remain strong. And that's something I really just encourage my clients to think about before choosing a home and laying roots. Here's what you should know before you buy. Now, let's be honest, no luxury community is perfect. And I think it really is important to have realistic expectations. First, the luxury homes, the upper end homes, they require maintenance, the pools, the landscaping, larger homes, just outdoor living spaces. I mean, they're wonderful, don't get me wrong, but they also require time and money and upkeep. And really that's just part of home ownership in general, just at a bigger scale. The traffic. San Antonio really does continue to grow. And areas like I-10 and Loop 1604 can become extremely busy during peak hours. That's why I tell all of my clients that are relocating, don't guess. Drive your commute, experience it yourself, because the lifestyle matters every bit as much as the home. Third, every luxury community really does have its own personality. The Dominion does feel elegant, established, traditional, country club oriented. Summerglen feels more on the private side, right? Architectural, modern, peaceful. And building with Perry offers just the customization, flexibility, and the opportunity to create something that's completely your own. None of these lifestyles are wrong, they're just simply different. And finding the right fit is just absolutely everything. So here's my biggest piece of advice, if it means anything, and I've been doing this for years. If there's one piece of advice to give to people coming into San Antonio or the surrounding areas, don't fall in love with the house first. Fall in love with the lifestyle first, because eventually the excitement of the wine room, the pool, the media room, the 20-foot ceilings, the designer kitchen, eventually, unfortunately, those things do start to become normal. Now, your neighborhood, your commute, your lifestyle, your community, those are things you appreciate every single day. And ultimately, that's really what you're buying. Like us. Our drive time is a little bit more, but we just absolutely love the neighborhood and just everything that it comes with. So here's my challenge to you guys. I really do need your help. If you're relocating to San Antonio, leave me a comment below. Tell me the two communities you're trying to decide between. I mean, maybe it's the Dominion versus Anaqua Springs, right, out in Bernie. Summerglen versus the Canyons at Scenic Loop. Briggs Ranch versus Cordillera Ranch. I mean, two different spectrums, but hey. Kinder Ranch versus Georgia's Ranch. Leave them in the comments. I mean, every week I'm going to choose one comparison, and I'm looking to hopefully turn it into a future luxury relocation tour. That way you're helping yourself and you're helping thousands of other families relocate to San Antonio. And before you go, if you found this video helpful, would you do me one quick favor? Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with someone thinking about relocating to San Antonio. Every Sunday at 12 p.m. Central, I release 2 brand new luxury relocation tours, one in English and one completely in Spanish. My goal is simple. It's to help you make an informed decision before you ever step foot in Texas. So again, my name is Jose Buentello. I'm a luxury relocation advisor with the agency here in San Antonio, Texas. Helping families relocate really just isn't my profession. It's just something I really genuinely enjoy. So whether you're moving from Californias of the world, the Floridas, New York, Washington, DC, Mexico, or anywhere else in the world, my team and I would be truly honored to help you. So whether you're moving in those 9 days, 9 weeks, or 9 months, please don't hesitate to reach out. My number is 210-996-9608. You can search new construction throughout Texas. My new home buddy link is down below. There's really never any pressure. It's absolutely free to use, and just honest advice, professional guidance, and someone who genuinely wants to help your family succeed. All right, final question. Before you leave, I want to know, if all 3 homes cost exactly the same, which ones would you choose? 20 Honor Palmore, 25424 Fairway View, or that brand new Perry home in the Dominion? More importantly, tell me why. Because honestly, there isn't a wrong answer. It's just different definitions of luxury. So thank you for just spending part of your day with me. I truly appreciate your time. God bless you. God bless your family. And remember, don't just buy a house, buy the lifestyle that's right for your family. I'll see you in the next relocation tour. Bye.